Hello. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Yes. Oh, we see some new faces in here. Welcome, Gail, Kelly. I'm not sure if you all were in the prior sessions, but also some familiar faces.
Love it, love it, love it. So we just wanted, during this transition, as we go from that first section around play and learning to now when we're going to be digging into a couple of the key topics, one thing that we always like to pull into the forefront is, what does this mean for us? So as we talk through the Reskilling Revolution, the future of learning and reimagining, what does this mean for us in talent and learning? And so this is also a very interactive, just kind of a little bit of a break. So if you would like to join us on stage also to talk about it, we just wanted to kind of share what are our thoughts.
Right? Yeah, and the way that I think Brandon explained it a little bit earlier, which I liked, is we as talent and learning professionals are sought after for our expertise on what is coming in the future. And though we ourselves are caught in the swirl of the changes and having to reinvent ourselves, so how do we continue to be the leaders and the thought partners in where the future of work is going while adapting to the change simultaneously? It's a big challenge. So I'm just curious to see what thoughts other participants might have around this. And feel free to raise your hand.
Yes, exactly. Because oftentimes, and this is, one of the things that we talked about at a couple of those of our other previous career growth summits, and I think Jennifer also mentioned this as well, is, what were those things that we were rewarded for in terms of our expertise and what we did? And, here the instructional design of making really wonderful job aids so that any potential questions could also get answered. And that was a lot of our, we would have subject matter experts that we would go in deep with. And now, as we look to what is that ambiguity, how can we foster folks dealing with a higher degree of ambiguity and still being able to make decisions? It's going away from a little bit of what made us successful before and what were those behaviors that were really that served us very well, to now saying, how are we doing in this new world with these new different expectations to help the rest of the organizations and our teams along? Hi, Brandon.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it kind of connects with what the Akshay and Laura's session around play, the key takeaways from that about the skills that are most in demand being adaptability, collaboration, resilience, and how play and flexing that creative muscle can only further reinforce that skill and kind of get you to build those habits of continuously thinking creatively and thinking about your end users and making things fun and interesting and dynamic. Brandon, we were just kind of transitioning in between play and then moving into our next sessions, which are going to be fascinating. I can't wait to hear about the AI and future of learning, the fourth industrial revolution with Marie. She's phenomenal. And then reskilling. And you're going to talk later as well, right, Brandon?
Yeah, I think this is really a very timely afternoon, at least for me in the East Coast, right? So you're right. It's exactly where we need to be focused. One of the key focus areas for the organization I'm in now when it comes to skilling is realizing that we have so many inequities that are systemic and in ways that are holding people back. And I have to greedily say that, because I was just on a call a couple of weeks ago with some learning leaders, that, there's this quote, war for talent. I don't really like the word war for talent, but there is this, especially in the tech fields, there's this intense challenge to find talent. And all of us are realizing that we have to intentionally create the workforce of the future because it's not really there yet. It's not there for us, these skills we need. So reskilling revolution is the right word. But at the same time, we have to recognize what in these systems that are being built up and that have been built up are there to cause inequality, you know, and constraint for certain types of individuals who are looking for opportunity. And we don't want to greedily think, okay, we can't find all the people we need, so we're going to open this up. We need to do this from a human standpoint, right? And
Yes.
kind of redo how we look at opportunity and growth, period, right? So a lot of us are doing that. One of the key things that just data points that came out, a couple of data points just came out for us that we're looking at is one is around the reality. So women right now are leaving companies for advancement. Men are leaving for salary. And so if you're in the talent space, if you're trying to acquire talent, what's your strategy? Like what's going on, folks, right? And then overall, we have found that when we were looking at surveying customers and potential employees from a brand loyalty and reputation and sentiment standpoint, overwhelmingly people think about working here or doing business here at the company I'm at, which is Walmart, from a do you offer future of work training for your employees over what salary and wages do you pay?
Yeah.
And so that is a critical flip, if you will, in that people are now concerned about their skills moving forward and their employability and their opportunity. And so we have to constructively and intentionally create open talent marketplaces for people. And so that just changes the dynamic. So I think this afternoon to talk about a lot of this stuff. Sorry to go on about it.
No, it's really going to be key. And I brought Marie, invited her to the stage because she is going to be talking about, Brandon, that very issue of inequities in the system. So Marie, did you want to do a quick teaser for your session coming up?
Gosh, thank you for bringing me to the stage. Brandon, I did the clapping like, yes! Because, you know, when my research revolves around how will this next industrial revolution impact students of color from marginalized communities, even rural populations, right? And we thought that our kiddos were digital natives, right? But in actuality, what we found is that only some are digital natives, those who are from more affluent households or from affluent school districts or even private schools, but the others were not digital natives. And so there was a lot of learning and unlearning and learning that had to happen. And the fact is, I found new research, so forgive me for this. I didn't add it into my documentation for today, but it is something to mention that there is 3 digital divides, actually. The first digital divide is not having the actual device and a connection to the internet. The second digital divide is not having enough money to have the programs needed to be successful and the upkeep of all of the hardware, software, and consumables. And then the third digital divide is the teacher themselves. And what we found is that a lot of teachers didn't know how to use technology themselves. So then how could they really appropriately teach our children how to use technology in order to be producers and not consumers of technology? So that's all I have to add. Thank you so much.
That's
so
fantastic.
Marie, I really look forward to your session. That's a fantastic point on resources. So what we found at Walmart, because I'll talk a bit about it later, we have a credentialing program that's available for associates. But so many people don't have a computer. So many people don't have decent access to the internet, and these things cannot go unrelated to the programs or the initiatives that we're going to offer. So we're looking at ways we can provide those resources to people as a part of the benefit of the program. So it's a great call out.
I love it. Oh, it's going to be a wonderful afternoon or respectively morning, depending upon what time zone we're in. Can't wait to get kick-started. So with that, keep this question in mind also in terms of your role. And as you continue forward, we're going to be kicking it off with Rens. So we will see you there. Thanks, everyone. And thank you, Marie, for joining us on stage.
Thank you.